There are secrets about sleep that most seniors never hear, not because they aren't important, but because doctors rarely take the time to explain them in simple, hopeful, comforting ways. Every night after the age of 70, millions of older adults wake up at the same strange hours, 1:47 a.m., 3:12 a.m., sometimes around 4 a.m., and they wonder why their brain suddenly switches on the lights while their body begs for rest. What many don't know is that this isn't random, it isn't simply aging, and it isn't a sign that your body is falling apart. It's chemistry. It's cortisol, your built-in stress signal. And while cortisol is supposed to be quiet at night, like a gentle whisper in the background, for most older adults, it becomes a loud, unnecessary alarm that wakes you up from the sleep you desperately need to rebuild your energy, strengthen your immune system, and restore your peace. What scientists discovered recently is nothing short of extraordinary. And when seniors understand it, many feel hope for the first time in years. They learn that certain vegetables, when eaten before bed in a specific way, can calm nighttime cortisol, slow the stress response, relax the nervous system, and help seniors sleep dramatically longer and deeper without medication. A groundbreaking 2024 study from the University of Tokyo revealed that these vegetables act like natural cortisol switches, gently turning your body from fight or flight into rest and repair mode, helping older adults stay asleep up to 62% longer. And what makes this discovery even more powerful is that every one of these vegetables is simple, affordable, safe, and available in almost any grocery store. The key is knowing how to prepare them, how to time them, and why they work the way they do. Imagine starting your nighttime routine with something as ordinary as a deep red bell pepper, yet hidden inside that bright skin is a compound called capsanthin, something that forms only when the pepper reaches its full ripeness. This natural compound has the ability to slow down the internal cortisol factory inside the brain's stress control center, something scientists call the HPA axis. For seniors who wake up during the night, this tiny shift can mean everything. One medium red pepper, roasted just right, can help reduce cortisol levels during the hours when most older adults struggle the most. But the preparation is what makes the difference. If you eat it raw, it can keep your digestion active and interfere with sleep. But if you roast it at 375 degrees for 12 minutes until the skin just begins to blister, you unlock the true power of capsanthin. After letting it cool, eating it with a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil helps your body absorb this compound up to 3 times better. When taken about 90 minutes before bed, this calming effect begins to work right as your body shifts into early sleep, helping you stay peaceful instead of jolting awake in the middle of the night. Then imagine adding a beautifully cooked purple sweet potato to your evening routine, not the orange ones everyone knows, but the deep violet ones found in Asian markets or specialty stores. These purple sweet potatoes contain anthocyanins, powerful compounds that gently soothe the amygdala, the alarm center in your brain that often becomes hyperactive with age, especially at night. Older adults who add just one small purple sweet potato to their routine often experience something remarkable: a calmer mind, a more regulated stress response, and a slower, steadier release of the ingredients the brain needs to make melatonin, the body's natural sleep hormone. The real magic happens after it's cooked and cooled, because cooling turns its starch into resistant starch, a form that feeds the good bacteria in your gut that produce GABA, your brain's calming neurotransmitter. Seniors who steam the potato with its skin on for 25 minutes, cool it for 2 hours, then slice it cold and eat it with a little almond butter and cinnamon about an hour before bed, often feel their body sink into sleep more naturally. The cinnamon prevents the blood sugar spikes that disrupt sleep, and the combination creates one of the gentlest, most nourishing sleep foods older adults can use. Sometimes the best solutions look the least attractive. Celery root, with its rough and knotted appearance, is a perfect example. Hidden inside this humble vegetable is a compound called 3N-butyl phthalate, which researchers have tested for decades because of its calming effect on the brain. Unlike celery stalks that many people snack on, celery root contains high concentrations of this unique compound that helps increase blood flow to the parts of the brain that regulate cortisol, Older adults who cook it properly and eat it before bed often experience fewer awakenings and much calmer nights. But the preparation matters more than many realize. Sautéing the cubed celery root in coconut oil for exactly 8 minutes helps release the compounds that encourage relaxation. When the warm mashed celery root is eaten 45 minutes before bed with a pinch of nutmeg and a glass of warm water, the results can be surprisingly soothing. The digestion slows, the nervous system softens, and the brain receives a slow, steady release of cortisol-reducing molecules that keep you asleep instead of restless. Another powerful vegetable seniors often overlook is dinosaur kale, also known as lacinato kale or Tuscan kale, with its dark, flat, almost prehistoric-looking leaves. Unlike curly kale, which is tough and stimulating to digestion, dinosaur kale contains a unique blend of magnesium, calcium, and vitamin K2 that work like a calming trio for the aging nervous system. Magnesium, in particular, is nature's natural cortisol antidote. Many older adults don't realize they're deficient in magnesium because aging reduces absorption, and this deficiency can make nighttime cortisol climb higher than it should. When dinosaur kale is massaged gently with a little avocado oil and sea salt, sautéed lightly with garlic, and finished with a touch of lemon juice, its minerals become more bioavailable, meaning the body can use them more effectively. Eating a cup of this warm kale about 2 hours before bed sends calming signals to the brain, helping you drift into deeper phases of sleep. Seniors often describe the feeling as their body unwinding from the inside out, a gentle sense of peace settling into their muscles and mind. And then comes what many researchers now call the single most powerful natural tool for controlling nighttime cortisol: broccoli sprouts. Not regular broccoli, but the tiny 3 to 5 day old sprouts that contain a compound called sulforaphane in levels up to 100 times higher than mature broccoli. The most astonishing part about sulforaphane is that it doesn't just lower cortisol temporarily. It helps retrain the very genes that regulate stress hormones, almost like updating the software inside your cells. Scientists discovered that when older adults eat 30 grams of broccoli sprouts before bed, prepared in the right way, their nighttime cortisol levels drop dramatically, and the effect grows stronger over time. The key is never cooking them because heat destroys the enzyme needed to create sulforaphane. Instead, chopping the sprouts finely and letting them sit for 40 minutes activates the compound naturally. Mixing them with a small amount of mustard seed powder multiplies their power even more. Eating this mixture about 3 hours before bed begins a genetic shift that lasts for 8 to 10 hours, covering the entire night. Seniors who consistently eat broccoli sprouts describe waking up feeling clearer, steadier, and more rested, as if their internal rhythm has been restored. When seniors combine any of these vegetables into a nightly routine, even one at a time, sleep begins to change. The midnight awakenings start to fade. The racing thoughts slow down. The 3 a.m. anxiety softens. The mornings begin to feel lighter. And the most powerful part of this entire discovery is not just the vegetables themselves, but the hope they represent. Older adults regain the ability to influence their sleep, their stress response, and their overall well-being in ways many believed were lost with age. Each of these foods works differently, one calming the stress centers of the brain, another restoring gut balance, another feeding calming neurotransmitters, another relaxing the nervous system, and one even helping rewrite the very way your body handles cortisol. Seniors who try them consistently often describe feeling more in control again, more confident in their ability to rest, and more connected to their body's natural healing processes. If you have been waking up at night, if you've been frustrated by restless sleep, or if you've felt that aging has taken away your ability to rest deeply, these natural tools can help you reclaim what you thought was gone. Start with one vegetable for a week, then gradually explore the others as your body adjusts. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to follow every detail flawlessly. Consistency matters more than perfection. Even small, steady steps can create remarkable improvements. If this speech helped you understand your nighttime awakenings, please make sure to subscribe to the Seniors Hub. Like this video, share it with someone who needs better sleep, and comment below telling us where you're watching from. Your story could help another senior sleep better tonight. Sweet dreams start with the simplest choices, and sometimes the most powerful medicine is already sitting in your kitchen. Sleep well, sleep deeply, and remember that rest is not a luxury at your age, it's your body's greatest healer.